Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West, hitting you with more information harder and faster than you can even keep up with. This is a Saturday training session at Super Training Gym in Sacramento. Many guys are doing box squats on this day. Typical training session is usually done with a lot of speed, a lot of explosiveness, but some of these guys like to go a little heavier on this day as well. Here's Ryan Spencer, who competes at 165, and there he is moving around 430 pounds or 20 pounds effortlessly. Here's my chubby little self hitting up some double overhand deadlifts with a squat bar, trying to work on my grip. I deadlifted the day before, but I've been really trying to hammer the deadlift after losing a lot of weight and losing a lot of strength in the squat and the bench press. I have realized that my deadlift can stay the same, and not only that, possibly even get stronger, even with all the weight loss. This is Big Bill going here. He's trying on some briefs. That's something a little bit new for him. He normally is just a raw lifter, so he's trying to get a little overload training in with those briefs on. Here's Spencer now going up another 50 pounds and still handling that weight quite easily. Again, a double overhand grips just to kind of work the grip. When I do this exercise, you can see I'm using 35-pound plate. Just makes it further range of motion. I'm trying to intentionally kind of round over a little bit to try to sit some of that weight into my upper back and even get it a little bit more into the grip. There goes Big Bill's mouthpiece for some reason. First of all, I'm not really sure why he had a mouthpiece. And secondly, I don't know what the hell happened to it on that one. But he did move some pretty good weights there. Here goes Spence with 5 plates now. Box height's looking a little high there, Mr. Spencer Pants. But what the hell? That's a good strong heavy weight there for him. Trying to work the grip. I think there's just too many guys in powerlifting that don't really realize how much their grip affects many aspects of their training, including the deadlift. A lot of guys just think, oh, well, I've never really had a grip issue, so I'm not going to work it, which I don't agree with. I don't think that's a good way to go about doing it. I think that the longer you can hold on to a deadlift, the better opportunity you're going to have to make the lift. On top of that, if you're a well-trained power lifter, odds are that your lower back, your glutes, and nearly everything else is on board with pulling huge weights, and the limiting factor is always going to be your grip, especially for people that aren't mutated with enormously huge hands. So here goes Spence again, loading that weight back up again. Gets a little bit more weight on there, and that one almost gets the better of him. But it's one strong dude right there. He's still able to stand up with it. You notice a lot of the guys are kind of using a wide stance too. That's very typical of a box squat. Box squat is breaking up the eccentric, concentric chain. It's a static movement overcome by a dynamic movement. It's really a lot of the focus is to try to build explosive power. Here's Mr. Robot Pants working on some deadlifts, and here is myself calling out Brandon Lilly. Brandon Lilly, I know you're watching SuperTraining.tv because you have no life.
You ready? Oh yeah. This gay-legged deadlift is dedicated to the bearded one, Brandon Lilly. Can't see me, son.
If you watch SuperTraining.tv regularly, then you have no life. If you don't watch SuperTraining.tv, then it's very clear that you have no life. So Brandon Lilly, for some reason, hikes up his shorts, and it's really gross. You can see a lot of his man parts while he's doing his deadlifts. And then he gets very angry a lot of times when he does deadlift as well. So that's kind of what that was about. Brandon recently hit up a pretty impressive deadlift, or a very impressive deadlift, I should say. 745-pound deadlift without a belt. And I thought that was good. But then I saw a guy named Pete Rubish. You ever see Pete Rubish? That guy's crazy. Brandon will agree with me on this one. Pete Rubish is is one of my favorite lifters in the country, but Pete Rubish is absolutely insane. I saw a video of him deadlifting 750 for 2 reps with no belt, and I think Pete maybe did that just because he saw Brandon do 745. But Pete Rubish is crazy. I also saw him do a 768 box squat. The guy's got some problems, but strength clearly isn't one of them. Trying to work the fat little hands there. Double overhand grip just makes it harder. It's not a hook grip. Just trying to sit the weight into the fingers and really squeeze that bar. And at that point, I can't really hold on to shit. I'm trying to use a little bit fatter bar than normal. The squat bar circumference is much, much greater than a deadlift bar and much greater than even a regular bar. There's Robot doing some deadlifts. He has a tension to kind of, he has a tendency, rather, to try to almost overarch a lot of times in his sumo pulls. Some guys don't like to use their lower back at all when they sumo pull, and some guys like to rely strictly on it. And Robot's trying to just figure out what's best for him. That weight moved pretty fast. Spencer has great form in a deadlift. He kind of has a stocky build for it and longish arms, but he's able to maintain good positioning. Got a lot of strength in that lower back as well, which that's always going to help you maintain proper form. Just finishing up the last couple sets. I think the grip should be trained at least once a week. I like to do fat bar deadlifts or some variation of it, as I'm doing here with the squat bar. Also, rolling thunder is a good option. Any sort of holds, hex dumbbell holds, you can see really rounding over, using that upper back. Even high reps of shrugs can be very beneficial for the grip and the traps in the upper back. And here's Silent Mike finishing it out. A couple reps there with looks like about 4 plates. They got some chains. So that's officially a cockshot deadlift because right here it's hitting you in the dick. And Mike enjoys it, so he holds it there for a little bit. Oh, looks like Mr. Robot Pants is going to finish us out. Pretty speedy pull there by Mr. Robot Pants, and that is it from supertraining.tv.